Hello, World Tank Blizzards. That's a Littlefinger. Hey, just wanted to do a quick update to the store review. Some of you guys have gotten pop-up offers for the Valkyria Chronicles tanks. There are 5 of them. All of these are tier 7, 2 mediums, 3 heavies. I've reviewed 4 of the 5, I believe. I'll put links below in the description here. But I just wanted to point out this was a pretty good pop-up offer. $8 a tank gets you all 9 equipment slots unlocked and 25x boosters per tank. Some fun tanks to drive, and I've got a lot of questions on my recent April 30th store posting as to why I didn't discuss it. Well, I have all 5 of these tanks, and that's probably why I didn't get the pop-up offer, but I just wanted to go ahead and speak to each one of these tanks and let you know if there might be a tank in here that you really love, or if this is just a dog of an offer. Alright guys, so here is blitzstars.com comparing these 5 tanks, and to be honest, my favorite of the bunch is the Edelweiss. 2,160 damage per minute. You've got 53 kilometers per hour, and second highest as far as damage per minute. It's okay accuracy gun. As a matter of fact, the Edelweiss and Hafen have the same gun. 8 degrees of gun depression versus 7 on the Hafen. And I apologize, guys. I am not a Valkyria Chronicles type person, so I don't know the full pronunciation of these names. So please don't kill me for butchering the names. But it's more about how they play, right? Second favorite would be the Nameless. I just love the armor on this tank. The turret is super small, and you're going to get so many bounces. It's actually a characteristic of the first 3 tanks, to be honest with you. But what you'll notice here on the weapon handling at .389 and 2.26 aim time, it's the best gun of the heavy tanks. The Vulcan's just trash. It's got decent armor, but it's just so slow and sluggish, and then the gun just trolls you with misses. 8 degrees of gun depression, and the gun is actually quite nice on the Nameless. I do like the Lupus. I just feel the playstyle is not my kind of playstyle, as it's rear mounted. It's good side scraping. You've got 12 degrees of gun depression. So to fit my playstyle is the Edelweiss there at 53 kilometers per hour. The Hafen is up there too at 52. It just does not have the armor. 120 on the turret for the Hafen is pretty darn good, but the sides of the Hafen are pretty big, and I find that it gets penned a little bit more than it really should, I think. And that's why the Edelweiss is my favorite of the bunch, followed by the Nameless, then probably the Hafen, the Lupus, and then the Vulcan being the worst of the group. Alright guys, so here is the Edelweiss on Falls Creek as top tier. I decided, even though I've done a review on most of these tanks, I would just pop in and do a quick game on my 3 favorites, just so that you could see how they played. And so we're going to go over to A as Supremacy, kind of a map that typically you get a split on in Supremacy. So you see here up to 54 kilometers per hour. Nice mobility. It's a wide tank compared to that little turret that you have. But, you know, if you can get this into a hold down position, the turret does give you some good bounces for a medium tank. And it fits my playstyle. I am more of a medium tank player. I can't say that I play better in mediums, but I enjoy playing mediums better. So we'll jump into A. Seeing if I could side scrape off the side here and get shots down the side. We can't. They have all gone into C. Need to get rid of some of this debris here so I can see what's going on over there. We're down a tank already. We're spotted, but I think everyone is occupied on the Nameless. So we drop adrenaline. so we get as many shots in here as we can. They're all reaching for cover around the rock. But you see here, pretty good accuracy. I think I might miss one of these shots coming up, but get the engine broken and a little fire. Continue to track him in place here. Get one more shot. The Nameless is going to come around and take this kill from me. Just missed the back there. Black Prince coming around. And so you'll see some movement in the tank here in a minute. We've just basically been able to position ourselves into a spot where we've had shots in place. 3 on 3 at this point in time. I've conserved all of my hit points. Yeah, this is the SU-100Y. He's going to do some big damage to me, but I'm okay taking that first shot. I aim for the tracks just to keep him in place and make it a lot easier to get on the side of him. Interesting that when you are on the side of a tank and you're not zoomed in, the gun actually goes up for whatever reason. So we missed the first shot. And I'm okay with this. I know that it's the Black Prince that's still alive. He's not going to be getting to me anytime soon. I can finish off the SU and then just kind of back on down the hill here. We'll give it a second, let our camo reset. And if I need to, I'm prepared to go to C to reset if I don't get a spot in on him. So here we go. We've got the movement on the tank. Black Prince going to give you a little bit of trouble with pen. There's a lot of red over there. That's okay. I've put it on APCR now. I know he's a 2-shot regardless. So I want to make sure that these shots pen, and now that he doesn't do anything strange to me. So trying to get on his side. He obviously knows what he's doing because he's angled towards me, angling sideways, but APCR, easy to pen, and there we go, 2,800 damage. Let's see how much credits we earned with that battle. It was a level 1, we earned 76,000 credits there, 114 before all the deductions. So you can see there, pretty nice in terms of credit making. 15 shots landed. You know, not a super active game. We were basically in the back here and farming out the damage. Alright guys, so here was my next game in the Lupus. I'm sorry, the Nameless. Again, we are top tier. That's good for us. These tanks do struggle a little bit when you are bottom tier. And I would say if I had a critique at all on this tank is the turning speed of the tank. Getting COD'd is possible in this tank. But it's got a very nice frontal armor profile. Again, you see that the turret is really narrow. So gun mantlet takes up a good portion of that, and with all the rounded edges, you do get a good number of bounces if you can get this hull down. Obviously, this map is not set up for getting hull down anywhere. I think this is one of the most one-dimensional maps that's out there. As we pop a shot into the M4. And, you know, we've got a guy taken down within the first minute of the game. So, not a good start. Not a good start. Get an idea here of the HE pen on this after we don't pen now. We get the tracks. We'll take a look here at the HE pen. Straight into the side, 433. Fury's trying to get out of there. We are going to reload in time and get that last shot to go. With this M4, with this super fast auto reloader. Want to get the low health tank out, which we do here. Cost me some damage though. But if we can just keep this guy facing us, you can see here the difficulty he has with pinning the turret. We've got him in place, and I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. We are up a tank at this point in time. However, our Tiger P decides to be Superman here and bleeds all of his hit points all at once. And on top of that, SU-100, you know, he's not helping. Obviously, he doesn't want to pull out, but he's essentially blocking me. So back to even. However, you can see they are way up on hit points. Now we are down a tank. Seeing what we can do to block shots. We block one of the 3 shots from the Annihilator. And at this point, the game's pretty much over because I'm getting circled from behind. I've got 2 much healthier tanks in front of me, and the T-29 is not even going to make a mistake here. Probably could have tried to get 1 shot in, but I can see that I'm getting circled. Tiger P takes out our VK, so I know I'm done for. Was hoping to maybe get a bounce and get 1 more shot in there, but you know, you can't win them all in the game, obviously. We did 2,800 damage, top on the team by far. Edelweiss player not knowing what he's doing. And let's see, 10 shots to do 2,800 damage. 15 hits received, 12 penned, 3 non-penning shots. So let's look at the credits here. It was a losing effort, but we still made 57,000 credits. Alright guys, so the next battle will be the Lupus. We are bottom tier here, which is not a good sign for us. Like I said in the open, to me the biggest downside, I love the armor on this tank. I really do love the armor on the tank. However, the play style, you can really do some really great side scraping in this tank. It's just this reload at 14.2 seconds. I've said it many times on channel, I'm just not a big fan of these guns that if you miss a shot, you are penalized very heavily because you have such a long reload. So it's critical you make your shots count. SU-101, don't want to bleed hit points early, so again, we'll get into a side scraping, but he's going to back up. Leads me to believe that maybe not everyone's over there. We've got our heavy went B all by himself, and a TD went A all by himself. So you can see what's going to happen. The rest of the team is to my left and behind me. And we're going to lose 2 tanks very quickly. Again, barely a minute into the game, and we've got a tank down. 544 with the fire into the back of the IS. And here we go with this long reload. I can't even get a shot at dropping adrenaline onto the SU. Can I? Yeah, we barely sneak that in. There's a good idea of the armor there. It will get a lot of bounces off the front of this tank. However, tier 8 Tiger is not going to. I aim for the middle side of the Tiger 2 and somehow hit his track. Seen a lot of people talking about quote-unquote ghost shells since update 7.9, and I think there's got to be some sort of lag going on between the game and the client, because shots are just not going where you think you're going, i.e. or you are just not aimed where you think you're aimed, which is a bit disappointing. Shot there into the IS, but the dragon goes down nonetheless. I don't know why he would go to A by himself. It's at that point in the game, it just wasn't worth it to take that risk. So I know the IS is down here. I can two-shot him. I've got the hit point advantage, so let's just go ahead and take this guy on because he's all alone. This is where my iPad starts messing up and dropping my finger still. I'm getting tired of it. And you can see he turned there just as I shot, and so I get nothing but track. So now this is going to make this a much closer battle. He's got the speed over me, so you can see he's able to back up faster than I can pull forward. We're at 835. We take a tank out, so we're down to 800. And there we go. We get the bounce that we wanted. Switch over to APCR. I'm not messing around. We're going to get the kill. 870 now. We've got a tank advantage back. And we've got the Annihilator lined up here. Lined up, lined up. Yeah, it happens. Shots just don't go where you want to, especially in these big heavies that just don't have the gun dispersion that you want on them. So thankfully he backs up into my gun. We get the kill. 2600 damage and 2 kills there. Rather close game, actually. Should have probably been a loss. Thankfully we had that VK do a good job and help carry the team. 10 shots, 2600 damage, very similar to the Lupus game. I'm sorry, the Nameless game. All 5 shots penned. That one tracked us, but didn't do any damage. So let's take a look at the credits here. 70,000 credits. So again, a nice earning tank. So just to wrap this up, I think $8 for a tier 7 tank with all the equipment slots unlocked is not a bad deal. However, I don't think that you're going to like every tank in here, so raise that, $10, $12 a tank for the tanks that you're going to like. Still not a bad deal if you play tier 7 on a regular basis. These tanks can be fun, as we've seen in those 3 games there. So, as always, have fun out there. Stay safe. Get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.